All right, everybody. I had, with this Team Declare to Thrive, it is our January 25th call. And Lauren Baldwin and I basically had I think it was 4 hours, I timed it, a 4-hour Zoom call, but we broke it up. So tomorrow's a snow day. Call me if y'all want. And that's why you saw so many posts coming in any of the team and group pages, because Lauren and I were working out her strategy and how to recognize her coaches. And at the end of this call, I want to say a few things about how that recognition of introducing coaches has paid off. I don't know if you've seen it, Lauren, but there's little talking in the groups, which is awesome. Good way. They're excited. They're excited. So I want to introduce you, if you don't know, Lauren Baldwin. She's one of my oldest friends. We've been friends since I was 18 and she was 19, my freshman year of college, her sophomore year. We were pledge sisters for Chi-O. And she is very much a kinetic learner. So the things that she's going to show you today are going to be huge, because she does not use Facebook to get her customers, her challengers, and her coaches. She doesn't use it that way. She uses her kinetic ability, which is awesome. All right, so Lauren, it's all you, and anything you want to share on a screen. She already learned how to share on a screen too. Yay. Okay, go ahead.
Hi, all. I'm so excited. I'm so nervous as well. I was sitting having dinner with my daughter. I'm like, this is my first team call, even being part of one. So that's even better, or bigger for me. First of all, I want to say thank you to Laura. Am I echoing?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
You're good.
Thank you to Laura, because she spent so much time for me. My roommate, Paloma, up in the corner, I see her. Hi. And she put up with me as a roommate, and she knows I am wicked for a northerner, challenged when it comes to technology. I have a camera. I'm not really sure how to use it on my phone, etc. So all of this has been very, very exciting for me and overwhelming. So I've lost a lot of sleep because I really believe in Beachbody. I've been doing it for about 12 years now. I've only been a coach since October, so I'm new to the coaching thing, but I have been doing the Beachbody stuff for a long time. So obviously Laura got me into it. I was all excited. But then she's like, look at this, pick thing, pick monkey, pick ape, whatever the heck that is. And I'm like, oh my gosh, shoot me. And, we had a great event at her house and everything was wonderful. And I came out like, I don't know, I had felt like I had 4 eyes and 3 noses. And I was just like, I'll never, ever get. So I just, thanks to God, to Paloma, she also walked me through some things and helped me post some things. And I haven't posted anything since December. Zero, nothing. Because I didn't even know what. Paloma put me on something that it was awesome, because I could do it and then do it the night before, and it course it out on a time, and then of course it goes.
Hootsuite.
Excuse me.
It's called a Hootsuite.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. And I didn't remember that. I do have brain cells, but they're like, I'm a kinetic person. I got to touch. I got to feel it. And something with a keyboard, it's not. I don't like. So. Anyway, so I know that if I'm going to do it this way, I mean, I'd love to do a billboard in my town. I'd love to stand in the corner, like vote for me, not vote for me, but vote for Beachbody, and we'll meet. I'm a hands-on, touchy-feely. I'm a school teacher, so I like to touch and feel and see them and see their emotions. I don't like to do something, throwing something out. I have 4 children, and not sometimes, when I've posted things, they're like, Mom, really? You're 52 years old. This is crazy. Why are you doing this? This is inappropriate. So then I backpedal. So all of this is to say, Laura held my hand. I almost bought a ticket yesterday to DC. Obviously, there's snow. I do watch the news, believe it or not. I don't live totally in a cave, so I do know that she was flooded. No pun intended. Flooded with snow. And but I was just like, I can't do this. I wanted to call Paloma. And so I did an SOS today to a couple of you and said, can anybody walk me through this? I teach in a school, and I went to try to see if my tech department could help me. They could not until next Friday. I'm like, no. At this point, I'm emotionally on a roll to get this done and get this started. So as I said, I've done nothing since Paloma's last helpful post back in, that was December, like the first week of December.
And Lauren, let me say to everybody, when she says she's done nothing, she means she's posted nothing on Facebook. Because what she's going to talk to you about is what she has done, which is huge, a whole bunch of stuff.
So, I've run into, I know it sounds crazy, but I've lived in the same town for 6 years or something like that. And I've run into people in the grocery store, that have said, and this is obviously whenever you see people you haven't seen for years, you don't have makeup on, your hair's in this ponytail, and it looks like you've been painting a house, and you haven't been. But anyway, so I show up, and people are like, oh, they're just talking. How are you? Blah, blah. And a lot of times they're like, you seem happy and healthy. And I'm like, oh, and then they look at my cart, and we do the cart dance. Like, what do you have? And so it's strange to say, but I've gotten a lot of customers in the grocery store. Not to say I would recommend for you to go hang out there, but I think that sometimes I dodge people because I know that my hair's over here, and I'm in like work clothes that I would be a painter in. And again, I'm not a painter, but it's just kind of like, you don't want to be seen. That's one thing. I did put those posts back out there in December, thanks to Laura and Ploma, and people did come out and say, hey, I'm interested. I would like to become more healthy. And so slowly I've been talking to them on the side. I've talked to other friends of mine around here. I meet with a lot of people. I live in a complex that is a condominium complex, and we have, fortunately, a clubhouse. Within that clubhouse is a fitness center. It's got all the bells and whistles. It's a fitness center. It's minor. It's nothing like what you probably go to if you go to a gym. But anyway, it's got anything, everything, like one or two of everything. And so what I said to Laura, what I'm going to do today, we were talked about one thing I was brainstorming, is putting a poster up because I'm old school. And she actually even said, put little tabs and put the email. And I'm like, I don't even want to do that. I'm going to put a poster there in the clubhouse and put a pin hanging with a rope like the old-timey days and say, sign here if you're interested. And that way they can come, and I can make shakes and Dixie cups and stuff like that, and make a bunch of cookies and things like that we've had. So that's what I'm going to do. I just don't feel like, I'm not a poster. I go on Facebook frequently, but I will go like, and wow, good, yay. But I don't do a lot of things. Even my friends know this. I mean, I will, if my children have accomplished something, and I'm talking getting into college or graduating, I put that in. I don't, for better, for worse, I'm not judging. This is just not me. I don't put in, they scored, or they're in the swim meet, or they just, did well on a test. My kids struggled. So anyway, but that's a different kind of thing from me. So I've said to Laura, I'm kind of frustrated because I believe in the program. I want to be part of it, but I'm not Facebook knowledgeable
Yet.
Yet. And you spend a lot of time with me. I do agree, but I'm also don't think that I'm going to be a frequent poster. I might say that differently in a month, but right now people have commented about what I put today. My kids have told their friends, etc. So it's more like a rippling effect. And I feel like when people have said something to me, I'm now jumping on them and saying, hey, and then I'll go into private message or text them and say, let's talk. I've met for lunch. I've gone for a walk with people.
That's okay. So Lauren, right there, that's what I want to focus on. I don't mean to cut you up. That's the stuff that I want to focus on. So one thing that, it's funny, when Lauren would come to my house on Cape Cod, and she and I would go walking, and I didn't write Lauren and say, you need to be a Beachbody coach. Like, she was at my house, and we physically walked, and we talked about it, and it was like when you said, I'm ready to do this. Remember, like, when it was, she came up for the Oyster Fest, and she's like, you're so happy, your friends are so happy, I just see the change in you, blah, 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 blah. So how did you contact people who you think, like, did you invite them out for a walk and then start to talk to them? Did they comment first, and then did you say, I want to go to your house? Like, how did you start talking to them about coaching?
My steps are so little, like so little. So they say, tell me more about this thing. So I'm like, let's get together. One girlfriend of mine, she lives in Atlanta, and I'm like, and we talk a little bit. I'm like, tell me what you're looking for, and that type of thing. Just really, really tiny steps. I haven't sold anything until probably the 5th or 6th time we've spoken or gotten together.
So you've asked a lot of questions first. You weren't like, oh my God, do my program, it's amazing, blah, 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 blah. You actually asked them a lot of questions.
Yeah, and also, I also spend time of saying, what, did I just lose everybody?
No, you're here. Just some people are coming on. We have more people coming on.
Okay. I have to look away. It's getting so distracting.
I know. I got to turn that one person off. Go ahead.
I spend more time getting to know them, reconnecting with them. Obviously, I'm not going to do that with my daughters because I know them. But just finding out where they are in their life and things like that, for me, it's more just caring about them. And then they realize the fact that what I've done and what I've done with my life, things have changed for me. I think also for me, I've said to them how different my skin looks, how different I feel like my skin looks. I mean, it's just like weird little things. It's not so much I'm saying, and I haven't, the funny thing is that when I talk to them about it, and finally when they say, let me know more, I don't even offer them, you may think it's crazy, I don't even offer them anything other than being a coach. I have not offered anything. That's all I say. And I said, this is the package that I would recommend.
So for what she means is she's not saying to somebody, oh, here's the challenge pack. She just tells them to sign up to coach. She just tells them right away that this is the way to do it, that this is what you're going to do. And on Wednesday night, Jungle's going to go in further on the big team call with 4 different teams that are coming on about that whole thing. So you don't even tell them anything about the challenge pack. No. Huge.
And I just say, this is what, I mean, I don't even say getting money. But this is what I do say. I say, you know what, I'll tell you what I did. I said, I think that you can, I feel like, get lost with all the options with Beachbody. And I said, I did this 10, 12 years ago and was dibble-dabbling in this. And then I bought another thing and bought another thing. And that was, I know it sounds like an archaic, but that was before Facebook. And so I don't even know how the coaches were coaches. I don't know whether they were calling them on the phone. It doesn't matter. But my point is that I think that it's more important to connect with them, to see what they're doing, and to talk them through it, and then say, and then I say, here's what you should go to. Go to teambeachbody.com. Browse on the left-hand side. You got all of these things. You can click all these different programs, check them out, and then get back with me. And then maybe 10 days go by. And then they get back with me. And then I'll email them. I mean, I'll do something on Facebook and say, hey, how are you? Anything, any news or whatever. I met a guy friend of my daughter's, spent 2 hours with him about 3 weeks ago at a luncheon place, and we just talked. I brought my computer. We walked all through Beachbody. He looked at it and everything like that. He said, I'm going to get back with you. I don't know if he's going to get back with me in a month or 3 weeks or a year, but I know he will. I mean, he's just got to be at the right time. I think the key for me is not wanting it right now. It's just kind of saying, I'm laying groundwork. That's for me. I mean, it's frustrating and it's slow, and I'm like sitting there thinking, I need this by this month and this by this month and all that kind of stuff. But I think for me, it's more just saying, I want to connect it. I want to plant the seeds. And really helpful when we were together last time, Laura, is when you were saying, someone may go for you over me or Susie or Jane or Fred because they connect with them. And I think that's what my big piece is. As I'm like, you know what? You didn't have to. I really believe in this program. You don't have to buy it from me, but I really believe in the program.
No, it's true. And I think that's something to remember, because I have had, Nikki and I know the same exact people because I was her advisor in our sorority. So many of her people who she would want in her group, they worked for me. Like, they were my nannies or whatever. And Rachel, actually, she's on our team. She worked for me in my studio. She lived in my house. And I was so happy that, she wanted to be with me because Nikki's, a lot younger. But there were people that were more drawn to her, and there were people that were more drawn to me. And that's okay. I mean, and there were people that I was talking to that went with Nikki. It just is what it is. And the thing is, you can spend so much time worrying about that, or you can spend time on the people who want you. And spend time on the people who really want to work hard. And spend time on that. Like, there was a team call that Melanie Mitro did one time that I was actually on through. And it was about how you can give 100% to everybody, or you can really focus on the people who really, really, really want to do this and give them your attention. And Katie Hefner did a call like that. And, you can be nice and kind and supportive of the other ones and, reach out to them if they're struggling, obviously help them if they're struggling. But if they're not doing the things that they need to do to advance their business, if they're not on team calls, if they're not participating on things, if they're not doing their groups, if you focus all your energy on them and not on the ones that are really, really working and doing and the ones that want you, then your boat's going to be rocky. So it's kind of like help across the board. People have to help themselves and help those too that just really want to be with you. And I mean, for me, you all have your web underneath, so I help everybody, but obviously there's going to be ones who I'm closer with just because we gel a certain way. I hate that word gel, but it's totally true. You know what I mean? Now, Lauren, one thing I want you to elaborate on, can you elaborate on what you're going to do for that? You're going to post something in your fitness building at your apartment area, your condo area. What is it that you were going to do so that they understand it more?
So one thing I'm going to say is I'm going to invite them, and in my complex, I probably have 24-year-old to 91-year-old in here, and I'm going to introduce them to Shakeology. I'm going to make a bunch of recipes, and I'm going to tell them about the program, and I'm going to have my computer out and show them some things and show them about. And I might even we don't have Wi-Fi. Oh my gosh, we don't have Wi-Fi in there.
You know what you do? I'll teach you how to do it.
You know what? I'll get a hotspot for my school. That's fine, and not a big deal.
Okay.
But I'll grab the things for my school. But anyway, my point is that I'm just going to tell them about it and say, listen, you know what? We've got this fitness center. If anybody wants me to help them or guide them, even if you're drinking Shakeology, what it will do for your skin and your body, etc. In addition to that, obviously, I'm a teacher, so I've got June, July, and August. And I'll say to them, June, July, and August, or even on a Saturday and Sunday, if you want me to come help you with a program, I can. You can bring your computer in here, etc. So that's one thing. I was looking at when you were chatting, some of the chats, obviously. I also, I have never taken a selfie in my entire life.
You did with me.
I know, I did. But I think you had the camera, didn't you?
Yeah, we both did it together.
Okay, yeah. But so I'm not a big selfie person. I think because of my 4 kids, I've got a 24-year-old, a 22-year-old, a 20, and 18-year-old. When I'm friends with them on Facebook, when I put my face out there, I'm representing their mom. Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of uncool for them to be like, this is really weird. Why are you doing this? I know that some of you are sitting there going, I've never done selfies, or I don't feel uncomfortable. I do too. The pictures that obviously Allison took of us at your house that day, as well as Paloma took when I was lifting, those are kind of out on a limb for me. I don't mind my pictures with my family or my friends, but I think that it's just an uncomfortable thing for me. Whether I need to get over that or not, it's just uncomfortable. I don't mind. Anyway, that's just a little side note. But anyway, I'm excited. I think that half of this is just truly believing it and selling it when you say, no, I believe in it. Instead of, well, this is what I've tried and I'm not really sure. And when your voice goes like this, it goes up in the air and people aren't really sure of you either, that type of thing. So I think you got to say, no, I believe in it. It's a bridge. You can cross it. It's strong. You're going to get to the other side. Might be a long bridge, might be a short, that type of thing. So.
And I think too, I think when somebody hears you, meaning all of us here, enthusiastic about something, most of the people that we're first talking to know what we've been through. You know what I mean? Because you're talking to most likely your closest friends and your family. Okay, so they know about my divorce. Okay, they know that Lauren's gone through a divorce. They've known the struggles that either of us have had and other things. They've known, my friends know that I've moved so many times, and just like stress on me. So your friends know that. So if you're coming across like, oh my gosh, I'm happy, and then your skin looks good, and that they see that you're not going to, for me, Vice Pizza anymore, and that your cart doesn't have frozen things in it anymore, like she's saying. And they're going, and then even if you do have your hair like this, but you're like, hey, like energetic, you're going to radiate a totally different person than what they might have remembered the last time they saw you. And the only thing that they're going to see different is this when you talk about Beachbody.
Well, it's funny because I have a girlfriend right now that's on Weight Watchers. She is probably 320 pounds. And she's about my height, so she's probably 5'5", 3 plus. and she's a yo-yo dieter. You know, she gets down 75, 125 pounds, then goes back up and that type of thing. So little bit, I told her, and I still do this. I don't know whether y'all do this religiously or not, but I do. In the morning and in the afternoon, I take the teaspoon of extra virgin, the coconut oil, and take that. And so what I was trying to say to her is I'm not trying to take anybody off a previous or a present diet that works, or an eating plan or an exercise program. I'm not trying to close the gyms. That's not my goal. And I think that the knowledge that we all have from whatever we do, whether we say, this is what I do, and why don't you just buy Shakeology? This is what I do. I didn't even sell her this. And she went and I took a picture of my extra virgin coconut oil, and I said, take a picture of this. I said, just think of it as a shot like you've done in college, and put it back and everything like that. And she's now been doing it 2 or 3 days, and she's like, it's really not that bad. I feel like I have energy and things like that. So she's not on anything Beachbody, but I think that I remind myself that it's little bitty steps with people, and I think the more that you say, I believe in you, stay on the track of doing your whatever it is. If you're doing yoga in your own classroom, you know, not classroom, but at your house, or if you're going to a gym, don't ignore any of those things. But you could add something. If you're interested, I'm here.
And that's what, yeah, and you've heard on a lot of the calls about adding value. That's a typical adding value thing, because if you're on the 21-day fix extreme, you have to do the olive oil. I mean, not the olive oil, the coconut oil. You have to do that twice a day. So that's part of that program. So the next time you talk to her, it's like, oh, well, that's part of actually 21-day fix on the extreme side, but I'd start with the easy one first. So you're already ahead. Woo, who knew? You know? Right. And that's the kind of thing. And like, what Lauren's saying too that I really like that you just said was, say what it's done for you, okay? And that was the first thing I heard her say. Was she didn't say, oh, this is a great program for you. She said, you know what? This is what's awesome for me. This is what's worked for me. And when they hear you excited, again, your friends and your family and people around you, or people who you haven't seen before, they're going to remember when they saw you last, when you weren't probably that happy and you weren't that motivated and you didn't have a fire in you, and you're just going to glow because now you're reading personal development, now you're believing in yourself, now your eating's in line, okay? Now you're part of this really big sorority called Team Declare to Thrive. Woohoo! We have a few men, but like Frank, he doesn't even know he's a coach. But anyway, he does kind of. He's happy that he got to Emerald before Gordon, so that's like his big claim to fame, even though Gordon, Paloma's husband, can jump and touch his knees to his butt.
Yes, but can he jump as high as Gordon?
Oh, God, no. No, he looked and he's like, ouch, because he had been shoveling and he's like, ouch. So
he might be Emerald, but he's not doing the workouts.
So I
Emerald.
love the Fit Club idea too that Lauren was talking about. And so Lauren and I also talked about how, and you can, and Jungle and I were thinking about this, and Suzanne, finding when we can get certified for different programs. So I'm going to contact the women in Alexandria, because our house is big enough here that even if people like piled on sofas and we have fold-out beds, if you came for a weekend, we have enough space. And then we could go to Alexandria to get trained in a particular program. And that is really good, because if you're doing a Fit Club, or like I know Linda wants to do something, I think it was a VFW or like one of those different halls and organizational places, if you can say that you've been certified, it gives that little pat on your back when you're doing this thing, even though the workout is through your computer with a DVD or through the internet, either way you want to do it. So if you go into the back office on the FAQ and you type in Fit Club, there's information on that. Lauren and I tried to search certification classes, and I was having no luck. I mean, I do know of the one that's...
Laura, you have to search, if you search Beachbody Live, that's
Live.
How you click on Be a Trainer, and that's how you find that.
Okay, so Beachbody Live, perfect. All right, so I'm going to write that down and put that in again in a post, Beachbody Live, because I really think if we could get a lot of us trained in different things, and it's also a great bonding experience, like if we go to different places and we do some of these things together, I think that in itself is really fun as a team. Lauren and I also talked about maybe seeing if we could get her parents, the inn that they have, the swag, so we need to talk to them about the rates, but that's in North Carolina. And that would be really fun because our coaches in Georgia and some of our Southern coaches might be able to get up there a lot easier. You know, it's like halfway for everybody. So we talked about that. So questions?
Can I say one thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
One thing that I actually called one of my families today, one of my girls that's doing it, and her mom's paying for it. Obviously, she's young, and she doesn't have it. She's just, in high school. And she said to me, and I said to Mom, I said, I just want to give you a heads up. You got 30 days to do the on-demand that's for free, and then it starts to charge. And I said, I know it's great. She's got 3 daughters, a husband, an athletic husband. And I said, all of y'all can use it. And she's like, yeah, but I'm trying to get my youngest daughter, she's a junior in high school, to get going and everything. All I'm trying to say is I said to her, and I said, I feel like this is a healthy thing, whether it's not right or wrong, and maybe Beachbody would say no. But I said, Debbie, I don't want you doing this if it's just taking money out of your debit card or whatever. And I said, I'd rather you cancel the whole thing and come back. And she goes, and we've been friends for years. And she said, and we're in 2 different circles because our kids are at different ages, etc. But she's like, I felt so bad about this, and I wanted to contact you, and I wanted you to know I'm very interested, but I didn't want to hurt your feelings. And I'm like, absolutely not. I said, I'd rather you cancel it, or cancel Beachbody on Demand, or cancel, maybe you cancel everything and just drink Shakeology, or you cancel the whole thing and come back to me. And I think that we had a long conversation about that yesterday, and I think that I feel like that's honesty, and I don't want them having this product on their shelf. I have done too many things like that before. Longer burger baskets, if you remember those years ago or whatever. And, oh my gosh, I mean, they're expensive, and it's craziness. And I felt like she said she's already going to talk to 2 of her girlfriends to see if they can connect with me, etc. So I think that's when I will say that, not you, but we as coaches, I think it's really important to us to say, hey, you thought it was a good time to buy this. It's actually doesn't sound like it's a good time. Come back and see me. You'll get your refund, and you know where I am. That type of thing.
No, I think that's huge. And one thing, Lauren, before I forget, too, as I said to you guys at the beginning of the call before we heard that Lauren was on, she's running her 2 daughters' accounts. And what I like about this is if you're running the 2 main accounts, okay, you're in charge of your emeralds. If you're in charge of your emeralds and you keep building coaches, your chances of staying at Diamond are going to be a lot higher because you're not relying on somebody else. It's all on you. Okay? It's all on you, which I think is so smart. So can you tell them about what you learned about running someone's account, which was brilliant?
Oh.
Yeah.
So yesterday, I'm like Beachbody, like overhaul, because I've been with grading and papers and things like that. So I've been like, I'll get to it. So yesterday, after I finished my end of my grading, I was on Beachbody, not a team call, but just
Coach
Beachbody.
Chat.
Pardon me?
Coach Relations?
Yeah, for almost 2 hours. So I'm like, Paloma goes, oh my God, thank God it's not me. Love you. But anyway, miss you. Hug. Anyway.
You can call me whenever you want. I sent you my phone number.
I know you did, but you deleted me from your, thing going, cancel. Don't use the phone.
Never.
It's okay. John, you'll be next. Anyway, so, I know, look at her face. Oh, delete. No, so I called him, and I had a gazillion questions and everything, and I was just like, I've got my daughter's accounts, and what can I do and everything like that. And I was wanting to change some of their flavors and things like that. And I wanted to actually drop them from Beachbody On Demand because they're not using it. They both have their own DVDs, or is it DVDs or CDs?
DVDs.
Huh?
DVDs.
So it's a DVD they have. So they're putting those in. Stop it now. I see you, Paloma. All right, so I'll put my little finger over her. Anyway, no, I'm kidding. And but anyway, so they have those. So I was like, I'm paying for this. This is silly for me to pay $40 a month times 3 for only one of us that's using it. So he said, well, you can't control their account. And I'm like, well, it's coming out of my debit card. I've got all their information. I've got their social. And they're like, no. So he went online, and there's I have it right here. This is what it says. Can you see it? Or am I too close?
It says Coach Account Management Consent Form.
So, I have one for both girls, and they signed it. And so it's snail mail. They won't allow things in the email or scanned or anything for whatever reason. I'm not going there. So he's like, I'm like, you really want me to rent mail? He's like, yeah. So anyway, so I'm going to mail it off to them, and then that way I can have total control of their account. They don't mind this. They're excited about this, and they know. I mean, I'm like, I'm not trying to hack into your account. I said, once you get a check, it'll go into your ATM, etc., or whatever debit card. But that I was excited about, so that way I can do things truly and legally to their account. And the other thing is that what Laura and I were talking about, my parents own an inn in North Carolina, and I talked to them about getting Beachbody On Demand on my mom's computer. They have a fitness center, tiny. Think of your small bathroom, a little bigger than that, okay? I don't know what your bathroom's, I'm not that weird, but anyway, that kind of, anyway. So, I said, could they just put a laptop in there? And she goes, yeah, but your mom would have to be certified or whatever. So my mom at almost 87, I looked lethargic and dazed. I mean, she's like high powered, but anyway, will go and get certified so that way she can legally do this at her inn, which I'm excited about. So, I mean, they're not. I know they're not going to offer Beachbody because it's a very, very high end inn with 3 meals a day and cookies and snacks and things like that. But even just offering the fitness and then maybe having my card there, if they want more,
Yeah.
they can contact me.
All right. If anybody has questions for Lauren, it's actually easier for me if you unmute yourself and ask, just because I'm recording the screen. So anytime the chats go through, it goes on the recording because I'm doing it's easier for me to upload on YouTube. So who has questions for Lauren? Even if you want to role play how she talks to somebody, things like that.
Southern twang. Hey, Paloma, undo me. You're still marked out. There.
I'm here. Is that better?
This is so fun. Hi, everybody. Okay.
So, actually, I have a question for you. So what if you're talking to somebody, you're out on your walk, and has anybody objected to the price or putting in their social security number?
Yes.
What have you said?
I said, that's what I did. And I said, don't worry about it. Trust me. I just left it at that. I'm like, I'm not going to go into major detail about it. I've said to them, this is your price. I said, and this is the other thing, FYI, my handy dandy notebook. I have a notebook that says Beachbody because most people put it on their computer. I am like, I've got not one, but 2 notebooks. Okay. This is for school. This is for home. So now this is the other thing for me is I asked him specifically. I know I've asked Laura and I could go on 12 links and I'd never find it, honestly. So I said, tell me exactly what the breakdown is. If you want, say, you want 21 Day Fix, just the program, not the Shakeology and all that kind of stuff. So he gave me one price, etc. So I have kind of the top programs that I know about, and I have what they cost, and then what they cost in Challenge Pack, and then what they cost if you're a coach, and then what they cost with Beachbody On Demand, and the fact it's once every quarter, etc. I know you probably think I'm crazy, but I didn't know any of these things. I kind of was like, here, Laura, here's my credit card. Go, baby, go. And so I became, I was like, I believe in the program, and I know, trust Laura is not going to hack me. At least I don't think so. Maybe that's why I'm living in a hut. But anyway, I feel like that is, the more information you have, the better it is, but I also don't give that to them unless they ask, because I think it's like, wah, 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 wah. I sit there and say, listen, what do you want and what are you looking for? First I say, how are you? We haven't talked since 8th grade. We catch up from there, and then I'm like, what do you want? What are you looking for? And then we do that. I'm like, go on this thing, and then call me in a couple days after you've looked at it. So that's how we kind of do that.
But I like that you said, call me in a couple days, because you're not sounding desperate. And the other thing Lauren decided to do was, a lot of her coaches that she signed up are discount coaches. And as I told her, I was a discount coach. So I gave her the scenario of, what if you included them into our team page, and you said, hey, this is Laura. She's a discount coach, and this is what she's doing. the minute I said that scenario, I knew what Lauren would say. And Lauren's like, well, I can't decide if she's a discount coach, and I'm not God, and she could be anything. I said, exactly. So how are you going to reword it? And she's like, oh, I could say, this is Laura. She's doing 21-day fix. She signed up to coach. I've known her from college. She's a mom, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just so excited for her. And by the way, Laura, this is my coach's, Laura's team page. And any information you want to know about being a coach and coaching is all on the team. Just ask any questions. So what did that do? First of all, I don't know, like I've been watching it this afternoon, Lauren, after we finally got off our 4-hour phone call. And what I did was I saw our coaches welcoming your new coaches. And then I saw your new coaches saying, oh my gosh, thank you. And they were so happy, okay? They were so happy. And then I went into all the challenge groups that you introduce people into those challenge groups. And then I saw other challengers posting and coaches posting and welcoming these new people in. What did I see them say? Oh, wow, thank you. They felt liked. And if you've ever been the new kid or the introvert, I'm a mega introvert. I know all of you or most of you that are on this call. So I'm talking into my computer. It's a safe little place. And it makes me feel safe. But if I walked into a big room or a group and I didn't know anybody there other than Lauren, who's across the room, it would seem scary to even walk to her. I couldn't handle it. Trust me, I'm a freaking introvert. And that's why I love snow days, so I can recharge. So by introducing those introverts, and you don't know if they're an introvert or an extrovert, but just being kind, you do unto others as you would have done unto yourself. Boom. They feel happy and they feel liked. And I mean, I strongly believe on being kind to everybody, no matter, anything on our team. Like if they don't want to do a challenge group or they want to drop their Shakeology or they want to, you're still nice because you know what? You were friends and you're kind first. Okay. Okay. So Rachel just asked a question about something. Let me see. I'm going to check some of these. I'm going to go from the end. Okay.
Hey, Laura.
Yep.
This is Victoria.
Oh, hey, Victoria.
How are you?
Good.
Good. I wonder, is there a way, I like Lauren's idea of having all the prices laid out and having the notebook put together. Is there any way that I can just access that and print it out?
The only way you can do that, truthfully, is when you log on to your Team Beachbody account, and when you see the word shop, okay, you'll see the word shop. Like you'll see my little face in your left-hand side, and you'll see the word shop.
Right.
If you click on shop, and then you see fitness programs, basically, if you click on the fitness programs and go one by one, you're going to see the retail price, you're going to see the coach discount price, and you could just make 2 columns. Truthfully, it's not going to take you, I mean, the top programs are the ones that you do. You do Body Beast, you do Hammer and Chisel, you've done 21-day fix. I think you've done either T25 or Insanity or one of those, maybe.
I've done Insanity and P90X.
That P90X, exactly. Those are the ones you know. So I would focus on the ones that you know and just make a column. Like, here's the program as a retail person, just buying the program. What's the price? And then make another little line next to it, like in a green. Green means go to be a coach. Write the coach price in green. And then the next thing, what is the program with Shakeology? Write the retail price, and then next to it, write the green, like green. Again, green means go, be a coach. And I would set up something like that. I mean, if I have time to do some tomorrow, I will. But think of the programs that you want, because when you go to shop, what happens is, let me share my screen and I'll show you. Because I think if you guys see it, sometimes it's easier. I went through this with Lauren today, and it makes it so much easier. All right, let me bring my page down, and let me go into if I'm a Team Beachbody coach. So, all right, so I'm just going to log into my coach thing, and actually just go to the front page. Because, yeah, am I still signed in? No, I'm not. Okay. me sign in because I want you to see what it looks like, because when you see what it looks like, it's so much easier. Hopefully my wheel is spinning. Okay, there we go. So I'm still signed up as Laura Evangelista. I know I need to like fix that, but I just keep not doing it yet. I send the stuff in. All right, so now I'm logging in. My wheel is spinning. Okay, so when you come here, this is your dashboard. So make believe I'm you, okay? See the word shop. What you're gonna do is you're just gonna shop fitness. Let me move it over a little bit. You're gonna shop fitness programs. Okay, that's all. And you can go through Shakeology and this and that. When you go into it, then a new board, here we go. The fitness programs are going to be all on your left. So they're all here. So if I did the 21-day fix, for example, I'm going to click on it. Because I am the coach, because I'm a coach, I should see the different prices as I go down. So
Just go to shop all products, and then you'll see it.
I'll see shop all products. Thank you.
Yeah, start with shop all products, and then
it comes up. All right, that's probably why I see it there. Okay, so perfect example. Now see, regular price of Shakeology, for example, is $129.95. Okay, my price as a coach is $97.46. So if I go into, thank you, Rachel, you were just like such a good little helper here, which I needed, fitness program. So if I go into 21-day fix, and here it is, regular price, just the containers and the cookbook is $34.90 something, 95. The other is $26.21. But if you start going down into this, you will see the regular price and the coach price. You'll also see the personal volume. So if you're trying to maintain personal volume and you have to have 50 points every 5 weeks to keep an account active, if you want to get leads and you're an Emerald Reaching for Success Club, you have to have a home direct Shakeology, and you have to have Beachbody on demand so that you get those leads. But as you go down, the ultimate package, $119.70, here, and that's without Shakeology, or it's $87.78. So it kind of, like Rachel pointed out, when you go to all programs, you'll see all those. And really, I just think if you do retail price in red and stop, look at that expensive price, and green for go, oh my gosh, be a coach, then I think it's going to help you to make those choices. Does that help, Victoria?
Yeah, it does. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. So remember, you go to shop and like sweet Rachel said, go to all programs. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing. Are there any other questions for Lauren, for me, for anybody?
I don't have a question, but I did want to just share something.
Yes, please.
That you guys brought up. And I don't know if it's changed. I don't think it has. But if you get kickback on the Social Security, I've had some people put in all zeros.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that's changed. I don't think it has. And then if you do over 600 in income, then Beachbody will say, we've got to issue you a 1099 and we need your Social Security number. So don't let that be a reason that somebody says, I don't want them to have my Social Security number. So I do know you have been able to enter all zeros.
I will. Oh, you let me say something about the all zeros though, because can you hear me?
Yep.
Because I know I've in Team Positude and even bigger teams, and Laura, that's what I did in the beginning. And I think it may just be a random thing, but on one of my friends, I put in all zeros, and then all of a sudden we got these emails from compliance, almost saying that was like fraud, that we put in all zeros. And I said to her, I've still done it since then, just try to play a little dumb, but I've kind of done what Lauren said, and I just told my friends, I said, listen, here's the thing, is Beachbody is, and I've heard this from someone, but Beachbody is so concerned that this not be some kind of false business or false scheme, that whenever you sign up to be a coach, they really want to know you're a real person and that people aren't just creating false accounts. So they just want your Social Security number. But I just want to give you a heads up on that. I mean, they're not going to kick you out, but my friend had to fill out a form and put all her tax. She basically had to fill out like one of those tax forms, almost like you do at work.
Oh, like
and
a
this
W,
is when she'd
yeah,
only been doing it a couple of weeks.
a W-4
So-
basically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
there's like,
think maybe it was definitely something that they cracked down on just because.
Yeah,
the
because I said,
volume.
oh, that's what they all say. And then since then, I have put in all zeros for one other person because she was so adamant about not giving her social security number. But that was the woman in compliance was emailing me. She's like, no, that's not acceptable. That's not this. So
So I
just
guess
a little-
on a last case scenario, if you really, really want to try it, otherwise get their social. But
Well, and
it's
the
a
thing is,
workaround, a possible workaround.
the other thing too is if they have an EIN number, so if anybody does have an EIN number, that they can use that, and that basically is like I have one for my ceramics. It's just when I do my taxes. So you can also, if you really want to grow, if you decide to turn this into an LLC, like Bonnie Engel is now very high up with her income. If you're starting to earn, you know, $300,000, $400,000 in Beachbody, and you're really working it, it's just going to multiply, 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 multiply. So you really need to form what's called a limited liability corporation with you being the sole proprietor. And so that's what I had for my ceramics business. So that's what you work with an accountant for, but nobody's there yet. Not yet. Remember, we're all going to be there. So as we all pop and be there, my sweet financial husband will guide me on what to guide you with. Coach Frank.
Suzanne's been posting in the chat, Laura, about the 0000 thing. So she said I'm in trouble for that. Have to submit a form or they will cancel my account. They've cut off her commission. So if you're gonna work the business, don't put zeros in. I guess
basically. And the thing is, this came out. It must have been about 15 months ago. We had a coach do the 000 and it went through. So then in all the team calls, it was like, oh, do the 00, it's going to work. Well, then all these people were doing 000s, and then it just got, like, as Jungle said, slammed down on it. So yeah, that's what you have to just be very careful for. And you just can't do it. You just can't do it. But they won't issue you a 1099. Like, and here's something to think of too. I have a couple of women waiting to become coaches because they can't earn money after a certain period because of pension things and retirement things that they're doing, and they just can't yet, military and different reasons. So I said to them, you know, you can sign up to coach. You're not going to earn anything unless you actively go at it, but why don't you train? Why don't you go to the team calls? Why don't you figure this whole world out, you know? And then when you're ready to go. They can't issue a 1099 without your social, exactly. Or your EIN or whatever, you know, that number as well. So they have to have it. Any more? Let me check chat too. Is there any more?
Can your friends that are waiting to coach do the EIN though? Because it's not tied to their social?
Yeah, they can do their social if they're not ready to like physically earn money yet, because you're not earning. Nothing gets sent a 1099 until you're over $600 or 600 and higher.
No. So the ones that like couldn't earn money yet.
Yeah, they can put it in. They can put it in because it will show that they're earning once they get the 1099. They don't get a 1099. They're not earning. Money's not going into their bank account. They're not earning. Do you see what I mean? Because when that starts to show that they're earning, it will show when it really became active from months to months. And
Yeah, I just meant if they were ready to start working the business, maybe and they were serious about it, they could go ahead and get an EIN.
Right, they could do that. And that's what I've been talking to, the one about. All right, so the Europe question with Karina. When I was at the retreat last May, I asked that question to corporate, and that's my question that I'm going to ask when I'm at Bonnie and Nikki's big retreat in February. Because when I talked to corporate, they said they were 1 year out from going into Europe. And I specifically asked about England, France, and Spain. Those are my first three because of people who I knew all of you knew. And they said they're a year out. So, you know, the only way that you can really ship overseas and things like that is if, you know, they do have an APO shipping address through the government military, or if they have one of those American U.S. mailing addresses in Europe. The thing is, as Paloma told me too, is once that's shipped to the country, then, so a military wife could, yes, a military wife could, exactly, because she would have an APO address, perfect. And then she could spend it to all her friends there and just go gaga nuts over there. What happens is when it enters into, say you were sending it to your uncle, okay, in Paris, Karina, the minute it would get there, they would get taxed on it. Like they have to pay the tax on it, because I was talking to Paloma about that. So, the other thing is, like, if you just focus on the AP, if the military, it's free membership. Now, when you have a military person, a military family, here's what I would do, because I don't have an official military. You need to call Coach Relations, or you could do a Coach Relations chat, which might really help, because then when you do a chat with Coach Relations, everything gets emailed to you. So you could chat with them. Please tell me step by step what to do. Oh, she's not married to the father. They have to be married. So have them get married. So they have to be a real official military wife. But military gets a free membership, so they don't have to pay the $40. So they automatically can do it. So if you know military, it's free. Anybody else? Oh, yours is married. Yay! She was a good girl. What about students at VMI? You know, as long as they're 18 and up, but again, they have to be active military, I'm correct? So check with Coach Relations. Say, and you could easily say, like, my friend Marianne, for example, her son's in ROTC at Furman. Say he wanted to coach. How would that work? So I would check with Coach Relations. I just don't know the answer to that. I mean, you could check the FAQ and type it in and see what happens. But sometimes with that, I do it first, but then I just talk to a person, or I chat with them because I want it in writing. This was a good call, y'all. I feel like really good. It was a great call. I agree. I think it's a really great call. Now, the bombshell call, if you go into our team page, I put the bombshell link. If, for example, because it already started at 9 o'clock, if you can't get on, the second I get the link from Lindsay Matway's site, it's on her page, you can go to it too, then I'll post the recording. And then what I'll do with this is I will make this into a movie for YouTube, and then I will post it on our team page so that you have it. It just sometimes it takes me hours, it's just processing. So any more questions before we leave?
Can I just throw out one thing? Paloma was saying about ROTC, I saw.
Yeah.
And the connecting. I mean, I don't know whether some of y'all have smaller kids and everything, but if you've got older ones or whatever, I'm amazed. Like Daly was saying, it's terrible to say, but my daughter, who's 22, was hungover, and she had had a lot to drink and everything the night before, and she was like, wow, I'm going to go to bed, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to be miserable, and she put her feet on the ground, and she's like, Mom, I wasn't. Everybody in my house was miserable and everything like that, and I was talking to Laura about it, and sure enough, I asked my guy that I was on the phone with 2 hours ago. I mean, I'm sure he's like, this crazy woman, but anyway, it does kind of, I hate to say this, I'm not trying to encourage alcoholism at all, but it does say that because your body is so clean and flushed that it actually doesn't stay in it and everything. So so she got up within about half an hour or so. She drank a Shakeology and she was working out. And her girlfriends were like, "What the heck? You had more than I did." And then I said to her, hint, hint, I said, Daily, tell them they don't have to buy a program, that they could buy the Shakeology so they could be sober.
But it's true. Linda
That's
noticed
money, Lauren. Thank you. I'm going to use that one.
But it's funny when she told me about this, I'm like, Daily, it would be under your account. You would just say they could get a couple different flavors, put them on the counter. There's 6 girls living together, and go for it.
Yeah.
I'm going to send some samples to Ben and see.
No, you know what?
Money.
Linda found that out. Gidget found that
I
out.
was gonna say, good. I can blame it on the teenagers in college now. Woo-hoo!
But it works. And then the other thing, also works for the menopausal women too, is that it really helps get rid of the hot flashes, the mood swings. I mean, you might feel that wave, a little bit of it.
Mood swings. What mood swings?
But it does to me, it softens it. It's kind of like, it's like a nice warm blanket. I'm under all these blankets because I'm cold, but it does soften it. So if you have people complaining that they're sweating and you're wearing a beautiful turtleneck and they're like wearing a tank top and they can't take it anymore, you could give them a free packet, 3 free packets, and say, try this for 3 days. And
lose weight.
And then be like the doctor. Just say, try this for 3 days and then get back to me. Just see how you feel. Because it really does take, by 3 days, you start to notice the change in your body. You really
It was very quick.
Yeah, it was quick for you. I remember that you were like, give it to me. Give me the goods. Give me the
No, it was very quick. I was at Oyster Fest in
Right.
short sleeves, and everybody else was in jackets. And then I started doing it. I went back on the Shakeology. I have not had a single hot flash since.
And
Not one.
And you're not on any meds either.
No.
No, I'm not on any meds either because I can't have them in my body. So that makes a huge difference. So those 50-year-olds, we've got, let's stop the hot flashes. To the young 20-year-olds, let's keep you like not feeling hungover. There we go. We've just like.
There's all that I do both.
Yeah. Oh, wait. For migraines, what did you say? I love this, Karina.
No, I was gonna say also for like anybody with an autoimmune disease, like so I shoveled and killed myself today, and I was in so much pain. But I had my Shakeology as soon as I came in because I forgot to take it before going out. Normally I would have been done for the day. I would have been in pain on the couch all day. After about maybe 2-3 hours, I was finally able to get up, and I have been good the rest of the day.
You know what? That's huge because I thought about the number of hours I was out there shoveling, and Frank's like, oh, hobbling in. He's probably listening to me now. He was hobbling in, and I was like, come on, let's go for a walk. Come on, let's go do this. And he's like, just chill. Okay. I'm like, no, I'm not hurting. But I noticed a big difference, and I sometimes get things in my joints, my knees and my elbows, and my back usually does, and I didn't get anything. And I know it's also from lifting weights too, but that's good to know because I have 2 women with fibromyalgia who they've been writing me. That's really good to know. And that's something you should post.
I'm more naturally sore from it now versus like the deep pains that you get through your joints, through your muscles, through your arms and legs. Like that just went away so much quicker than like now I'm just naturally sore.
And Karina, you just reminded me of something that I wanted to share with everybody. Your Flex account and your prescription.
Yeah.
This is huge, y'all. Write it down. Go ahead.
So for anybody that basically is overweight or has to lose weight because for diabetes or for autoimmune disease or anything medical, they can get a note from their doctor. And if they have a Flex account, they can then write off anything that they purchase through Beachbody and get like their Flex account money. To reimburse it.
What's Flex? I don't know what that means.
Oh, sorry. So you can sign up. I don't know if there's different names in different states, but under medical insurance, some will do a flexible account, which takes money out of your paycheck before taxes. And you can use that to pay for any doctor visits, glasses, braces, all of these different things.
And you
However, they also
go ahead.
They also accept for weight loss.
So what you would do is they would talk to their HR person. So they just go to Human Resources. Frank has a Flex account. I will take one out when William gets his braces, and I'll use it for that. And what's great is, again, like she said, there's no taxes. So with the weight issue, I think that's awesome to use. When you told me that, and I keep forgetting to, it's also called the FSA under, let me read what you said right here, Precious. It is called the FSA under health insurance. Okay, I'm gonna write that down. Thank you. Under health, because
and
that's
some people have a credit card that's given to them, the Flex spending account credit card, so they could use it right away. My county doesn't pay for it, so I have to like submit it every time I pay. But honestly, like I got the equipment, I got clothing, I got the recipe book, I got Shakeology. Everything's reimbursed except for like if you're a coach, it doesn't reimburse that part, but everything else is reimbursed, and I submit it.
I mean, think about the weights. I mean, this, and you know, and what's good about that, you know what, Karina, that would make a really, really good post if you went to the gym, if you went to, say, Sports Authority, and you took a picture of the weights you're going to buy and what's the price, and because I'm thinking about posting to people like Linda that need the price. So here are my weights, you know, whatever they cost. Here's my workout stuff, whatever they cost. Here's my Shakeology, what's it going to cost? Here's my this, what's it going to cost? And then you have, oh, my flex pay, you know, and what this is and how it worked. But I think spelling that out with a picture of the weights and the words, That would be huge. I really think that would be such a huge post because you have so many teachers, and a lot of teachers know about the Flex account, but also business people do too because Frank uses it, you know, when you use it for the kids. And you made another good point. That autoimmune, that's a really good post to make. Yes, another question for Coach Frank. Let's see. Oh, is it shake for breakfast? If we can use her 529. My tried shake yesterday and finally liked it. Another question for Coach Frank. You know, the 529 account, that's separate because you're saving for college, so you can't, that all has to be like college expense. I know. You use her 529 for all of her groceries. Oh. So I don't know. You'd have to, I don't know. You might be able to. I don't know that one. He just left the room to go upstairs, so I'm going to ask him, and what I'll do is I'll post it in our, if he knows the answer, I'll post it.
You need to go to bed.
Seriously. But I think these are all really, this is why I want to have like group calls because you all are so flipping knowledgeable in what you know. And if we share all of those best things, it's just going to make everything grow. Like it's just going to be awesome. Seriously, for everybody. So that was awesome. All right. And okay, that would be huge. It would be huge. So any more questions for anybody for?
No question, but I will say it works for migraines. I've been off. I have all this that I took every day.
Okay, that's a post. You want me to take a picture? You should take a picture of what. Take a picture of that. Seriously, because that's huge. I mean, I've had what are called. I thought they were sinus headaches, and they were tension migraines. So now I'm actually on a medicine with my Shakeology, so it's working. But if you've had like those deep ones back in deeper, that would be a perfect post. So, and this is what Lauren and I talked about a lot today. Like, she would tell me things, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a post. You know, what my daughter talked about, that's a post. Like, this doesn't have to be so thought of, like, what is your post? Just think about where you were maybe when you first started coaching compared to where you are now, or where were you 2 years ago and where you are now. The snowstorm, people can vent about the snowstorm, and they're all complaining. A great post tonight would be like, oh my gosh, everyone's complaining about shoveling. I drank my Shake-You and I feel much better. Why? Because, you know, little things like that, like turn what has happened and what you feel now. And also, Precious, please do a post of your face changing because I'm telling you, your skin is glowing. Like right in here, you just glow and your forehead's glowing and just everything. When you look at
your face is completely thinned out.
Seriously,
Oh my
it's
goodness.
all here, and it just your skin is beautiful, and your energy underneath your eyes, like and you're working harder, and you look because you're doing all this too. You know what I mean?
I am working towards it. It is very hard. I love doing Beachbody. This being snowed in has helped. I actually will probably post in our group, in the Shine Bright group, my like page for you guys to give me feedback.
Good.
I've been working on that.
Good.
But it is hard when I'm a federal employee. I don't know if anybody else on the call is a federal employee. And we have so many restrictions about what we're allowed to do. And I have so many federal employees that follow my personal page already. And they will snitch. They will tell if they see success in other people, and then you're reported or not. Like, technically, I have to have permission to do anything that's work outside of the office. And because I work in the healthcare industry, they consider Beachbody somewhat part of health because you're promoting a healthy lifestyle, all this other stuff. So I have to, I have to kind of work in between it and and get it together. Hello. I'm trying to figure out how to do the balance, and it's hard because I want to do more with Beachbody, but I started in the government young, so I'm 38, but I'm 4 years from my 20 years in. And I get my full pension and then, working. So it's like I'm wanting to find a time. So my husband's been on me because I just got through doing 3 rounds of antibiotics. I got really, really sick. And he's like, you cannot be up to 2 o'clock in the morning watching videos and trying to post, and then you're up at 5 o'clock in the morning to get to the office. And the kids, everything just started meshing together. So December just kind of molded. But I will say the Super Saturday got me recharged. I've put a lot of more information. I've been talking to Denise a lot. Following a lot more posts on the team page. I'm trying to interact more and figure out what do I want once I leave the government. If I take an early out, how do I want to work this? What do I do? And so I'm learning and balance. I'm still trying to get my balance together with it. I definitely say that.
What if you're not posting as much of the coach success income kind of things that someone would snitch on? What if you were showing more tips, recipes, how you're, the transition in your face, like those types of things, and then do what Lauren's been talking about at the beginning of this call, meeting people, going to talk to them so it's taken off Facebook, and growing it more that way.
That's why I was excited about this call. I actually did that with 3 people. I'm happy for being snowed in, but I'm kind of not, because I have been meeting with a couple of women at the job. Because I only go to the office 2 days a week, so I really make it count when I go in. But I had just given them a couple of Shakeology samples. One did not like one flavor, but she told me she just shook it. She didn't follow my instructions. She just put it in a cup and shook it. And I told her, you're not going to enjoy it. So you have to blend it. It's a method to it. And I said, I promise I won't lead you wrong. So the face-to-face is working a lot better. They haven't committed, but again, it's only been 1 or 2 conversations. It hasn't. They are ones who are about to retire. They need a little bit more conversation, and they're retiring at the end of this year, but they still have teenagers at home. So, I get there's a stress of, they don't know what income's going to look like. They're single parents. They want to make sure they're good for their kids. So I get that. But I do better with the face-to-face. I am working on a couple of videos.
Good.
I seem to do better with my videos, and I do better with the recipe groups. So I'm actually doing I just started it today, a comfort.
I saw that.
A comfort food swap where we're just sharing home recipes that remind you of home. It's for this week. It's just, I actually had somebody ask to join my old group from 3 weeks ago. And I told her, oh, this group has ended, but I'll be more than happy to add you to something that I'm starting another week. So, I'm getting more comfortable with doing the groups, which was hard for me. It was trial and error, but I'm starting to find my rhythm even with the group. So food, it's at my heart. So the recipes, I love to bake. So I've done nothing but bake all this weekend with the kids. So I have lots of baking posts. Like I'm going to post pictures of me making my bars. My Shakeology bars are in the freezer now. And the kids made brownies today. And I had to make something, because when I say the brownies just look so good, and my husband said him and the guys outside shoveling a walkway for some elderly folks were like, we could smell the brownies outside. It was killing. I just want to stick my face in the pan. I'm not gonna lie, they smell really good. I love to bake, but I knew that was a no. I don't want to fall into the trap of being snowed in and gain 10 pounds because I can cook comfort food all day.
So right here, what you just said, right here, because this, and if you want, I can edit it tomorrow. What you just said with your cute smile, and like I could smell it, and I just didn't want to do it. Like that could be a clip on your page. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that, because when you smile, you light up a room, and you're truthful, And the other thing is, Leanne did this, and I told Leanne she should just have a YouTube channel on making Shakeio. She's made some, I don't know if you've seen her videos on how to mix a shake with the creamy, and she makes them so that they're luscious and pouring out, and she makes a little twist on the top of the shake, and and the muffins too. You could make videos on how to make a shake, and so that they see it, and different recipes, because you're a really good public speaker, and you can feel you talking from your heart. And I just think videos would be great for you, and just post those on your like page, you know, different recipes and things like that. It's huge. But I'll see if I can grab that clip, because that would be really cute. Like, oh my gosh, I was a star on a team call, like, or something, however you want to phrase it. Here's, when I said this, it set me right back to what it felt like with those brownies in the house. I don't know, like something. Do you see what I mean? It'd be super cute. So I'll see how I can like put it, even if I put it unlisted so like you can use it, you know what I mean? Nobody else will use it. Nobody else will see it other than if you want to use it. Do you see what I mean? And only people who have the link can see it. So I'll do it like that if you want, because it was just so cute to see you light up.
I'm good either way. I'm kind of easygoing. I'm good.
Like Jungle did a great video the other day. She made a video of how to make a shake, and then the video just went to shit, okay, basically. And then she put on her thing, Jungle, I loved it. No, I loved it. And she put on her post, I'm looking for a videographer badly. Like, I need help badly. It was the best. Tell them what you said, Jungle. It was so good. And your skin's glowing too.
I think I have a fever. I don't feel good.
Okay.
That's why.
Okay.
But you know what? I got a girl that worked with me briefly, and she went back to doing wedding photography and stuff, so she offered to help me come over and make just some little videos, and she's interested in the Shakeology.
Okay.
And I said, you know, a lot of reason people get started in this is because they're getting married and they want to lose weight.
Yeah.
I said, if you're not comfortable, like, trying to give a value added to your great photography, you could just give them my name.
There you go. But I loved your post. Tell them basically what you did, like in the how did you phrase it?
I think I just said wanted professional videographer.
Yeah.
And I forgot exactly what I said now, but I literally did start trying to make it, you know, like this, and I'm trying to mix it all. And I think I'm about to edit this, and then I was kind of putting my phone like under my armpit, and I turned it off accidentally. It was priceless. But then Bonnie Ingles' words were in my ear saying, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect; it just has to be done.
And you did it. And what I loved was you got everybody so into that video, and I was like ready for the blender to start and the thing to start. And then when it fell, and then your post was. I loved your post.
I have to say, I've really made a point. I'm not a big poster either, but what Bonnie said, and Precious, you were in DC too, and then Bonnie was on another call, but I was doing like product shots or shots of my weights or shots of things that looked really pretty, like my mason jars. And Bonnie, I've been following her. She said, just, that's your face. You want your face in there because then your friends will think like, oh, yeah, Jungle does that, or that's something. And maybe it was a coincidence, but I've only posted like the past 4 days and once a day. Are you there?
Yep,
but
we're here.
I've literally over the weekend had several people private message me, and also Allison and I have kind of, you know, challenged each other to get back on track and to be posting. But for me, I wasn't posting because I really wasn't doing anything. I drink my Shakeology every day.
It's so cute.
Use my thing. But you know, I really wasn't doing my videos, and I really wasn't doing any personal development. So that's why I really nothing anything to post about. And that's kind of one of the things that Bonnie or somebody kind of shamed us all about was, you know, if you think you have nothing to post about, it's probably because you're not doing what you should be doing.
Yeah. And that's really true.
Don't just say you're
show it.
Coach, actually get a coach. And that's where I've really kind of failed some people that came a lot fast.
Nate Jungle, you're breaking up a second. I don't know why.
Join me and help me be a part of this, and then
your internet or somebody. Maybe it's my internet, but it's breaking up.
Oh, I can't hear Jungle.
We can't hear you.
Yeah, she's gone.
All right. One thing she was saying, so that what she meant was that Bonnie said, you can't just say you're a coach, you got to show you're a coach. And you got to show that you like to help your teammates out. And you got to show that you are on this awesome call tonight. You have to show that you're showing up and doing your workouts. You have to, just because you have a new customer who's a discount coach or whatever, and you dump them into a challenge group, you need to check on them and make sure that they're okay. Because if you don't like private message them or pick up the phone and call them or reassure them, they're not going to think you care. They're going to feel like, oh, she got me and now she's not really helping me. So,
and I was almost embarrassed to post because I felt like, oh, I've got at least a good amount of girls. I mean, even Suzanne's on her own and she's building her own thing her own way. But so many times, part of my thing is I need to get better at time management. But I do have some friends. Now, part of it's on them. Because, you can't open somebody's box for them.
I agree.
You cannot put the DVD in the DVD player. Mm-hmm. Some of my friends have not even looked at our group we made. And they're like, oh, I haven't really been able to do anything. It's like, well, have you opened the box? Have you made a shake? So, but part of that's on them, but part of it is that, have I even called them? Have I even reached out? So that's what I was working on last week also, is reaching out to the people who've already signed on with me so that I felt I wasn't embarrassed to, really put myself out there more that I'm a coach. So.
All right.
My confession.
It's funny, Laura, because, not Laura, Jungle, because I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I don't want to put this sign up in my community until I wrap up. I hate to say this, but wrap up and put a bow and a nice kiss off for them to go to school or whatever. The other coaches have already signed on. So that's why we spent 2 hours today doing this. I do. You kind of feel like this is wonderful. I feel like this is a gold mine right here that I could put these things up, but I'm not doing my job with the other guys that have already signed up with me,
All right, Jungle, you're going to hear this news for the first time because I just got an email from, actually, you get to be your own leader. I just got an email from corporate that on our team, I had Jungle on my Team Cup team because her ranking had fallen to Emerald, and I thought that I could have her on my team, but they have you as a Diamond ranking coach now. And because you're at Diamond rank, they just emailed me, the two of us can't be on the same Team Cup team. So, so what will happen is we get to lose Miss Jungle, which is sad. At the same time, my team can pick up one new coach, and Jungle needs 4 coaches. So if you're not on a team, no, we'll do it, Jungle. You'll do it. We'll get it.
Allison and Suzanne, they're already on another team with some other girl.
We'll make it work. We'll make it work. Who on this call isn't on a Team Cup team?
I'm not on a team.
Okay. So do you want to go with me or Jungle? It doesn't matter. Who do you want?
You guys fight over me.
Ooh, okay. We'll fight over you. We'll flip. Okay, ready?
Listen.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Linda, I have no team.
Okay, you know what? Go with Jungle because that way I can go into like another group and get people from other groups. So that gives you 1, okay? So I will give you Jungle. I know Linda's coach ID through my records, and I'll give it to you so that you have her information and her email because that's what you need to register. Is there anybody else on here that doesn't have a team that's not on a Team Cup? Team Cup coaches earn 10% or 10 times the amount of other coaches. Because they push.
I don't know what a Team Cup is, Laura.
I know. Okay. The Team Cup means for the month of February, all over the Beachbody world.
Everybody, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, I know, really.
No, like you're on a really good team and you don't even know what it is.
Okay. Yeah, you were on a good team. So what it means is groups of 5 coaches from all over Beachbody.
If you win the sweatshirt, you better give it to me, Lauren.
I know. I'll give you it. So you come together, and for the month of February, it can be anybody. It doesn't have to be somebody who's in.
I am on yours, Laura.
Yeah, you are.
I'm
I know, but I'm explaining it.
Yeah.
You don't have to be paired with somebody from Team Declare to Thrive. You could get another coach from Team Positude. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into a couple of my friends' teams and ask them, because I'm in different pages, that I need one more coach, and somebody will join. But if you're not on a Team Cup team, okay? Jungle, here's your start advertising. What do you want to say to get people in?
I want people that are willing to work a lot harder than I am, so I can win.
Oh my God, let's join.
I want some real ball busters that to hit Success Club every month.
Yeah.
I think she's on.
I will say-
next month.
Because what you
Last-
want to do for the month of February is this. Your Jungle will register you with her on her team. If she doesn't have, she needs your coach ID number and she needs your email. That's for your Beachbody account.
That's cool. I'm a Ruby now.
They have you down as Diamond. I just got the email that I have to take you off and remove you. So that's what they just told me. So how it works is you're paired together. Your team of 5 needs to get as many points during the month of February to win prizes. You get points for 1 point for every Shakeology order that you sell. So it's just like Success Club. 2 points for every challenge pack that you sell. But every time a coach on your team and of your team cup, any of them advance in rank, or if any of those coaches have coaches who advance in rank, your team cup team gets more points. And what you want to do is try to get the most points you can for the month of February so that you can try to get to one of the top tier prizes. Why? Some of them are clothing. I mean, some are really cute. Like I was on a team cup team, gosh, like last year, and we missed the sweatshirt by 2 points. Like 1 challenge pack, and we each could have had a cute little sweatshirt. You know what I mean? But it really boosts your business. So, you know, reach out to your new coaches. I mean, I could put Frank on our team cup and I could run his account. You know what? That's what I'll do. Frank's on my team cup. I solved my problem. So now, you know, some of you have coaches. Put them with Jungle. You know what I mean? And she can take them on, and Jungle advertise on our team page and tag everybody on our team page.
I only want you on my team if you're going to be a ball buster.
Yeah, I mean, because we really, truthfully, that's one, and then plus I promised Jungle that I'd be with her, but I'm sorry. We could have team calls together, mini calls, and you might have a mini group, you know, like we're going to have a group page. Now I have to remove your face and put some,
Well,
and
wait
put,
a second, Laura. So
Kidding.
I have a question.
yes.
So I'm going to sign, I think, up 2 people within the next 2 days, and then 3 days later.
Yep.
We've been doing the dance.
Mm-hmm.
Should I tell them?
If they
wait
want,
till
okay,
next month?
if they want to become a business builder, then we will do our best to get them on a team cup team. If they are
No,
like,
no, they just want to be a discount coach.
no, then don't. It's too overwhelming. You need to, it's good for somebody who's at least trying to wrap their head around it, or at least if you say to them, sell 5 challenge packs. That's all you have to do. Like, just keep it simple to anybody new. Like, 5
So
challenge
I
packs.
should just continue to sell Beachbody
Yeah.
and not stop. And
Yeah, just
chill.
keep going.
Okay.
You know what? Just focus on that. And then, because you'll be on our team cup team, you're on mine. So I'll just sign up Frank on mine. So we have Linda's on Chris's. You know, Linda, talk to Pam. Maybe Pam would be on Chris's team too, because that would give you 2 more. And then if we can get you, you know,
Not on a team.
what?
I'm not on a team either.
Who's that?
Who's that?
Wait, who?
Karina.
Oh, Karina. Take Karina. Okay, here we go. So we have Jungle. Oh my gosh, well that would be good. Jungle, Karina, Linda. Okay, now we're up to 3. Do you think Pam will do it, Linda? Do you think Pam would go for it? You're not.
I don't know. I'll find out tomorrow and let you know.
Okay, and then you can just write. You just message Chris. Just message Jungle, and then that way. All right, so we're up to 3. So we'll take Karina. Is anybody else not on a team who's on this call? Shout out because I can't see you all. So just say yes, me, or everybody's on a team cup team. Going once. Going twice. It's not that hard. It's really fun. All right, so Jungle.
And I'm not like some weird freak just because my nickname is Jungle.
It will be a fun group with Miss Jungle. All right, so.
Jungle, I'm excited to be on your team.
Yay.
Thank you.
Well, before I think.
Well, hey, we'll beat all of these britches.
You will. You'll beat the britches. Oh my gosh.
What did
Okay.
the shoes say to the pants? What up, britches?
And if, Jungle, if you get down to the point of only needing like 1 or 2 more people, I can put Blair on your team just to give you another person. I don't think
But
she'll.
I want somebody that's going to do it. I don't,
Right. But
I don't
if,
just need a name.
I
need
know,
a person.
but if you get down to the point that you just need to get it registered is what I'm saying. Okay, you still have plenty of time. You have the rest of the week. But yeah, we want people who are going to push. Okay?
Yeah, I don't need a name.
Rachel, are you still on the call? I don't know if she left. Let me see who's on. All right, Allison and Allison, you're both on Team Cup teams?
I am. I'm on a team already.
All right, Precious, are you on a team? You're on a team. Rachel, are you on a team?
Precious.
We want to look at that smile. I just love your smile. Okay, Rachel Turner, are you on a Team Cup team?
Yes, I'm on a team.
Okay. Oh, you're working out. You're so cute. Now, see, that's adorable. She's working.
That's why I turned my video off so y'all didn't have to watch me.
Nice boobs.
Look at that. Look at those arms. Yeah, there we go. Beachbody coaches work out on team calls. There's our post. Woohoo!
I don't have enough time. I gotta multitask.
All right, so I think we're good. I'm gonna Chris, we'll figure out who we can get you on the team. We'll post, and I'll post in Team you post in Team Positude. I'll post in the Girl Boss Rising group and see if there's like some.
Well, let me post some Team Positude first.
Do that first. Okay, do that first. And I'll run Frank's team, so that's fine. We'll build on that. All right, everybody, this was an awesome call, and thank you, Lauren, for all those good ideas. Karina with those audio, the immune things. I just love that audio immune, and for the Flex account.
Oh, that's
info.
Karina who's on my team.
Yes.
Oh, Karina, I like you. I'm glad. I know Linda. I already know I like her. I just didn't know who Karina was.
See, there you go. So, see, you're gonna have fun. All right, good night, everybody, and I'll find the Team Positive. I'll get the bombshell call for y'all, and I'll post it in once I know. Thank you, thank you. All right, bye. And remember, on Wednesday night, do not forget that Miss Chris Newton is leading a 4-team call.
I think Lauren should do it. Really.
You can both do it, the two of you together. But I have you down, Miss Jungle.
Do we have to call her Chris Newton on that call?
No,
Or
call her
can we
Jungle. You can call her Jungle. I'm going to introduce her as Chris Jungle Newton. I call her Jungle.
Just don't call me late for dinner.
Exactly. Oh, my gosh. All right, good night, everybody. Bye.
Bye.